Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Chaos Creates. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout I'm creating for Scrub the Boys for the month of November, and we have this flower love prompt. So I am using the Paige Evans Bungalow Lane, and I've gone ahead and pulled out all the floral elements. I have um, bordered that white cardstock, sewed around the edges and ruffled up the edges a little bit, and I have this gorgeous picture of my son, Sebastian, and my partner, Ray. This is taken a little while ago. I want to say Seb was probably about 3, so it's probably about 3 years ago. And I just wanted to lay out these florals. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the different colors or stick with that kind of the blue tones, and I decided to stick mainly with the blue tones. So as you could see from that photo as well, I have matted it in that same blue paper. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pull out some Distress Oxide, and that color is, I want to say, Faded Jeans, and I'm just using the packaging technique, so smushing that down on the paper, and I'm not using a lot of water, so it's going to dry really quickly. But I am then going to go ahead and take, this is Speckled Egg, and again, do the same thing, just smush the that Distress Oxide down on the page. I just wanted to add a little bit more, so I've added that. And as you can see, some of it's already drying. There's not too much. I also have these same colors in the Distress sprays. So I'm just going to use these to sort of sprinkle around the page as well, just to create some different, I guess, textures or dimension in that. I should say textures. So yeah, just sprinkle those around the page. I just felt like I needed something behind the photo and the big floral kind of cluster that I want to create. I'm also adding some Jen Hatfield gold glitter spray, and again, I'll just drop that around the page. I do go ahead and just let that dry just naturally. And as you can see, I've popped up that photo, but I didn't gesso the page. So this is pretty standard kind of cardstock. I'm not sure what type. It's certainly not a mixed media cardstock, but yeah, because that mixed media was so light, it didn't crease the page or anything. I am going to go ahead and just ruffle up all the edges of these florals and really give them lots of texture and dimension. Now, this layout, I must admit, was inspired by Scrappy Cat Josephine. She makes the most amazing layouts, and I love following her on, all the socials, so YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. She was part of this design team. I want to say last year, and so this kind of really, is inspired from that. So as you can see, I'm also taking these leaves and curling them up and just sort of distressing things so that there's lots of dimension there. And yeah, so I don't make you watch all of this. I just wanted to show you, through some of this to show you what I was kind of doing. But yeah, again, just creasing those and ruffling them up just to make them dimensional. So yes, thank you very much, Scrappy Josephine. I really love your inspiration. So, this is kind of, inspired from her layout, but, so I did end up sticking to this, I guess, monochromatic tones in the blues. Yeah, I think it was just working. I don't know. I really liked all those other florals, and I actually created a page that will go alongside this with me in the photos. And I've used the same collection, but just the different sort of colors, and it's turned out really well. So like you can see, I'm just ruffling up those edges. And while I'm doing all that, I will let you know that I've left links below to the Scrub the Boys blog, so you'll be able to go and see all of the design team's layouts and get some inspiration there. And I've also left links to the Scrub the Boys Facebook group so that you can go and enter this month. So for November, the challenge is Flower Love. So go ahead, get creating, and I hope this inspires you to create and be able to join in the fun of creating with all these florals. So as you can see, I'm almost finished. Sorry, I thought I'd cut this out. But you can see I'm just, really roughing up those edges with that edge distresser. So that tool is from Close to My Heart. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm sure you can find, Tim Holtz does one. There's quite a few other people that do them. So I'm laying that out, and as you can see, I've covered up a fair bit of mixed media, but that's okay. It really does, it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to go ahead and use some wet adhesive here to stick down all these florals. I don't usually leave this in my videos, so I'm surprised at myself that I have. But anyway, I hope it's not too long for you. But it gives you a good opportunity to see kind of how I create the layout. Because I do quite often cut out the sticking down, because I'm not sure if people want to watch that, but maybe you do. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see the full process. This layout did actually come together quite easily. I guess the florals were so big and large, and I think I was a bit intimidated at first. I wasn't sure how to use them, but yeah, it came together really well and really surrounded that photo, and I really love how that turned out. So I think that's it. Now I'm going to go ahead and add this butterfly. Again, still roughing up all the edges. But yes, I hope this does inspire you to create a boys layout. I know this collection was new to me. I got it through Kitaholics Kits, and I wasn't sure how I'd go using it because these pieces are so big, but I did order some extras because I wanted to make sure I can use it, and I feel like if I have more embellishments, I'm tending to use things more. So I'm going to go ahead and add this Happy Day banner to the top corner there of the photo. And I really like those chipboard elements, even though they're quite thick. And this thicker sheet is awesome. Like, I love using this. It's really easy to use, like all the stickers. So I'm gonna pull off that what becomes the title, which is One Fine Day, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some other pieces. So this piece here that says Make Happiness, because these two were just so happy. This photo was taken at the park across the road from our old house, and we were just there one day enjoying the weather and just having a good time, rolling around in the grass and having fun. So I'm just adding that circular element there that says Give Love, because I had added, there's quite a few sort of buttons in this collection. So I've added a few circles, like smaller circles around the page, and I'm going to continue to do so. I wanted to use those buttons. I know it didn't necessarily work, and I am just moving that Give Love, but I decided to put it back where I had initially placed it. I'm just going to add some foam adhesive to a few of these elements, because that picture is bumped up on foam. I needed to add a little bit more foam to that title, which is One Fine Day. So I'm just adding that to the edge there. But yeah, like I said, I've added sort of 3 different circular elements to a few of those areas, just 2 main areas across the page. Although, I've kind of, I've got a somewhat diagonal direction going. And now to finish off my layout, I am going to go ahead and add a lot of this titanium white Liquitex acrylic ink. And this is something that Josephine does quite often, and I really love the look. So I am just adding that all around the layout. I'm covered up my photo there to make sure that it's not on there. But I think that's almost it for my layout. I'm just going to finish up, I think, popping a few things up on foam and hopefully not smudging that white acrylic ink. But I'm really happy with how this layout came together. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get some inspiration from it. Go ahead and check out Scrap the Boys blog and also the Facebook group. And I know that lots of others have created some fantastic layouts. So I'll leave you with some close-ups. Thanks, everyone. Bye.